Hi, my name is Rick Cuvell, and I'm from Boynton Beach, Florida. Longtime Oakland Raiders fan. Today I'm wearing the Ray Lewis jersey to commemorate his induction into the Hall of Fame for 2018. Also a longtime U fan. The reason I'm on film today is because I wrote a little bit of a story. I use malaprops in a lot of the things that I do to write, and this one uses Hall of Fame NFL players, and it goes like this. 3 co-workers and I were in Joe, Montana for our company's annual Gale Sayers meeting and convention. We rented an Art Donovan, grabbed our luggage, and headed for the local Dan Hampton Inn. After getting to my room, I laid down on the Chuck Bednarik to make sure it was Howie long enough for me, and took a quick Warren Sapp to refresh myself. The 4 of us had agreed to meet in the Lem Barney in the lobby for a few cold Bud Grants before heading out for the night train lane. After paying our bill Parcells, we got into the rented Bronco Nagurski and headed into town. After a beautiful sunny Jurgensen day, it was a gorgeous night with a full Warren moon, so we took a long walk by a meandering Derrick Brooks that led to a small Forest Greg. We turned around and went back along the Lou Creekmer until we got to the local Willie Rolfe house and ordered some food and drinks. I was thirsty and hungry, so I ordered the grilled Jim Brown trout with the jerry rice and a bottle of 1972 Nick Bonaconti Chardonnay. My friend George went next, and he ordered the sweet Jack ham sandwich, curly Coke fries, and a Raymond Berry Coke. Al went next, and he ordered the baked Leroy salmon with the tossed Mean Joe Gree salad and a glass of Tony Canadeo Rosé. Finally, Jim, who's from Rio de Janeiro in Robert Brazil, wanted an American classic, so he ordered the Chris hamburger with the Randy White American cheese and a bottle of Bob Waterfield. Everyone enjoyed their dinner but George, who said the ham was kind of George Blanda. We finished the night getting Fred Biletnikoff with the rest of the Ray guys back at the hotel. We had planned a fishing trip, so we agreed to meet at the Dan Marino at 6:30 a.m. We filled our cooler with some Wayne Milner lights and were at the Marv Levy by 7:15. Got to the Weeb Eubank by 7:30 and shoved off to Brian Dawkins at 7:45. I was the first one ready and started casting toward a black hole, hoping to land a big Tim Brown trout. Jim was fishing off the other side of the boat, and when he landed a nice 15-pound Art monkfish. I wasn't getting any action, so I reeled in my Rod Woodson and changed my Joe Delamalure. I took a deep Bobby Bethard and casted near some Spanish Randy Moss. We saw a big sting Ray Lewis that had Larry Little fish swimming all around it. The other guys weren't catching anything and were getting a little John Madden and were in a Sam Huff about being Larry Zonked. I caught a few Lenny Moore Willie Brown trout and a Steve Largent bass, but it was nothing to Rayfield write home about. We made our John Elway back to the hotel and made plans to meet for dinner at 7 p.m. We went to the local restaurant for dinner, and I ordered the Vince Lombardi pasta. Jim ordered the beef Wellington Mara. George ordered the Baby Roger Staubach ribs, and Al had the Willie wood-fired pizza. We shared a few bottles of Andy Robustelli, and we talked about our favorite players. We had one more day at the convention, and later that evening we went to Lamar Hunt for Bart Stars out in the Red Grange. We saw the Brian Urlacher constellation and the Northern Terrell Owens lights. I was glad I had my new Jerry Kramer so I could take some pictures. The next day, I headed back to Orlando Pace for my connecting flight. I said I hoped they would Johnny unite us again for another sales meeting. I got everyone's Joe Namath an email address so I could send them copies of the pictures. When I got home, my new Joe car, a beautiful Darrell Green and Reggie White Len Ford, had a big Richard dent from a Mel Blunt object right on the driver's Tony Dorsett. I wondered what the damage was John Stallworth. So when I got home, I turned on the TV so I could watch the Pro Football Hall of Fame ceremonies to cheer for my heroes and called my insurance agent. But that's another story.